Hey all y'all spirits out there, today is 105 of Yoga Day Challenge, and today we are working on the lower body. As y'all can see, your hips, waist, thighs, legs. That's all we're working on today. So without further ado, let's get to it. And boom, let's start off, guys. We're gonna be starting off with some sun salutations. And I know I didn't do it yesterday, at least I don't remember doing it yesterday, but we're gonna do it today. So we start off with a deep breath in, tall like a mountain. Hands go to your heart chakra center. Take a deep breath out. Hands to the side. Take another deep breath in. We're going up. Breath out, forward fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the sky. Inhale, hands to heart chakra center. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, make your way down into upward facing dog. And then we're going to take an exhale and we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out here. Take another breath in, walk your hands back. Release that breath, take a breath in, halfway lift, breath out, down again, breath in, hands to the sky, hands to heart chakra center, breath out, breath in, hands to the sky again, breath out, forward fold. Take a breath in, make your way up to upward dog. Breath here and then breathe out. You're gonna make your way into downward dog. And this was the last round of sun salutation, guys. I didn't say that before, but I'm saying it now. This is the last round. So take a breath here, breathe in, hands to the sky. Now I'm just getting some free movement in, some fluid movements. I'm just moving my arms, my shoulders, my waist, just windmilling my arms. I'm just flowing. This is a free movement. There's no structure to this at all. I'm just moving around. And we're gonna take a deep breath in and we're gonna make our way into a tabletop position. I'm going from downward dog to a tabletop position by bending my knees. And here we are. And I'm now just gonna place my hands down, my palms wide, and I'm just going to lean forward, putting some pressure on my wrist. And I'm just gonna rock backward as well, releasing the pressure. And I only did that for a couple times because we're actually gonna rock our way into prayer position or child's pose. Either way, you like to say it, child's pose, this is it. But we're gonna put our hands together and we're gonna say we're in prayer position because I'm actually gonna, like I said before, do my intentions and my little prayer. And then we'll continue on with the yoga. And I was actually praying for a long time, so I just had to time lapse it real quick. Like just condense it down to like 10 seconds so we can continue on with the yoga video. And here we are, guys. We're just taking a deep breath in, we're stretching up, then we're gonna go back down into tabletop position because like I was doing earlier before I started my intentions and praying, I was leaning forward and leaning backward, putting some pressure on my wrist. That's what I'm doing right now, going in these circles. I'm just slightly putting pressure on my wrist, warming up to the exercise that I am finna do. And as you guys can see, I am turning my wrist around so that my palms and my fingertips are facing me. And I am leaning back, leaning forward to release, leaning back to put some pressure in there. And I'm just strengthening up my wrist because I'm actually finna, practicing getting back up to firefly pose. And actually, guys, this yoga routine is actually inspired by a yoga video that I was watching earlier today because I was actually doing some yoga before I recorded my video just to warm up and loosen up because I was following along. And I will actually leave that video in the description below because girl did an excellent job, an amazing job. I'm like, the yoga flow was intense. Like it's an advanced intermediate yoga video, so I wouldn't recommend it for beginners because like I said, it is intense. Like you're gonna build that fire, but it's lit. So definitely please go check her out. It's an amazing video. I will leave it in the description below. But now I'm just introducing some free and fluid movements here. I'm just rocking in a circle, maybe rocking side to side. You can introduce any movements you want to introduce. This is just some fluid movement going on. Just rocking my hips, maybe taking some dips in it with my legs, bending my elbows a bit. This is just supposed to be, not synchronized. It's just supposed to be fluid like water. And I'm now going to start doing some big circles here, some big round movements here. We're going to start by doing some big circles, going to the left first, just big circles, big round movements. Be as dramatic with the movements as you want. Dip down with it if you want. Bend your elbows, all types of things. But we are going to move on from the circular movements to some cat cows. I'm just going to breathe in, going into cat. And I'm using most of my body with these cat cow movements. I'm really like leaning into it, using my elbows, using my shoulders, my spine. Like everything is going into these movements, as you guys can see here. And here we are going to be moving on into our next exercise. I'm just doing a little bend here, but we actually are going to start lifting up our legs and doing some circular motions with them. I'm going to start off with my right leg, and I'm just going to lift up the right leg, as you guys can see me doing here, and I'm just moving it in a circle. Yes, putting the pressure on my right hand and just moving that in a circle. And then we're going to go the other direction. And we're going to move on to the left leg now. Like I said, we're just going to move that in a circle, making sure to put some pressure on my left hand and keep moving it. And you're going to feel this in your glutes, y'all. Like, you're going to feel this movement, the circular motions in your glutes and kind of in that area connecting your back to your butt, that area right there. You're going to feel it there too. But now, guys, from tabletop, we're going to make our way to downward dog, as you guys saw that I did there. And I'm just looking at the camera, making sure that I am in the camera, repositioning my position, making sure you guys can see my legs, my arms. And we're just going to lean back. As you guys can see, I'm just putting some pressure on my wrist, and I am leaning back, stretching my toes, lifting my heels off the ground. And I'm going to go back into downward dog. I was just giving myself a little motion there, but we are back in the downward dog, and we're actually going to walk out the dog pretty soon. And I know my heels are off the ground, guys. That is okay, because we are just going to keep walking it out and pressing the heels as we walk. And we're going to give myself a little bounce, as you guys see me doing here. And we are in three-legged dog now. Your right leg goes to the sky. And then we're going to put our right leg in between our left and right arm. And we're going to lift our arms up slowly. And we're going to make our way into this high lunge. And here we are, guys. I'm just going to take a couple breaths here. Just take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, another deep breath in and out. On our last breath, we are going to move our arms to the back, interlace them, and look towards the sky, just stretching our chest full. And we're going to put our chest to our thighs. And I'm going to stay in this position for a couple of breaths, in and out. And we're going to release our hands to the ground. And we're now in a low lunge position. Let's put our hands back to our hips and lift back up. Sink down, guys. We are sinking down in this low lunge, getting a good stretch in our inner thighs. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you want, you guys can reach for the back of your legs. I am doing that now just for a deeper stretch in your hips. You guys don't have to do that. This is totally optional, but you are going to feel an intense stretch in your hip area when you reach your arm back for the back of your leg. And now from a low lunge, we are going to stretch into this runner stretch. We're going to kick our heel up, flex our feet. And I'm trying to make sure that my spine is not rounded, trying to keep it straight. But I always end up slightly rounding my spine, but it's okay. It's okay. We are just going to move on to the next position. And we are in this wide leg pyramid pose. And we're just going to make our way to the front of our mat, like so. Just did a little pivot, a little turn, because we are actually going to lean forward a bit, just getting a deep forward fold stretch. Maybe put your elbows to the ground, maybe not. I didn't put mine to the ground. I am waiting for that after a couple more stretches, but we're just leaning forward, getting as deep as possible that is comfortable to you. And I'm just leaning in and leaning out with my elbows. And then we're actually going to slightly pivot our feet, and we're going to turn to the next side. So we are going to find our ways into a high lunge again, but on our left leg instead of the right. And we're going to take a couple breaths in this high lunge. We're going to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, another in. And we're going to release by putting our hands behind our back, stretching our chest nice and tall, and leaning forward, chest to knee or to thigh. And we're gonna hold that position for a couple breaths, just in and out and in. Release. Last breath, guys, in. Release your hands to the ground. Lower your knee, make your way into a low lunge now. Your hands are going to go to your waist and you're going to sit back up, sink down to the ground. Take a deep breath in, guys, and a deep breath out. And like I said before, this is totally optional, but I am putting my hand on the back of my leg, getting a deeper stretch in my hips. But like I said, this can be a bit strenuous in the hips. So like I said, it's totally optional. You don't have to do that. But now from a low lunge, we are going to make our way into the runner stretch again. And I'm going to do that by stretching the front leg all the way out. You guys are going to see me do that right now. I'm going to slowly walk my hands backward, as you guys see, and I'm stretching my leg out. And in this runner stretch, we're just going to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Let's take a couple more breaths, guys. Let's go in and let's go out. One more time, guys. Let's go in and let's go out. And now we're going to release. We're going to make our way into a pyramid pose, guys, and we are folding forward on this pyramid pose. We are taking a deep breath in, and on our release, we are pivoting so that we are in the front now. And we're still in this wide leg forward fold stretch. Our elbows are bent, our head is to the ground, and we are taking a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out and sink yourself to the ground like so. And I know y'all saw that slight struggle right there and sinking to the ground. I am working on my fluid movements. I'm getting there. It was semi-fluid, but you know, progress is real. I'm getting there, y'all. Now, while in this wide leg stretch, I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to stretch my arms up like so. I'm going to bend down. I'm going to go towards my left leg. I'm going to grab my left leg, and I'm going to take a deep breath in and out and bend forward. And we're just going to take deep breaths in and a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in, a deep breath out. One more deep breath in, guys. And on this last breath, we're going to release up. And we're going to go to the next leg. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And I'm just, keeping my elbows to the ground. My forehead is touching my knee. And I'm just breathing in and breathing out as I hug my leg close to me. And on this last breath, we are going to release. I'm going to take another deep breath in, stretch high, stretch tall, and fold forward. I'm putting my elbows to the ground. I was going to try go all the way down and stretch my hands all the way forward, but I was like, let's go slow. Let's just put the elbows to the ground and let's stretch it out like this. And then put your hands out as you guys see me do here. So we're just taking it slow, each movement by each movement, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And we released. And now, guys, I'm just gonna add in some fluid movements really quick to just stretch out that deep stretch we just did, that deep forward fold that we just did. I'm just moving side to side in this crisscross applesauce position, getting a good stretch in my shoulders, my arms, my spine, as well as my hips. And we are going to move on to our next position. Yeah, I'm just fixing my scarf here, y'all, but anyway, off topic, let's move on to the next position. We're going to stay in a seated position, but this time we're going to put our legs straight out in front of us. And we're actually going to do a forward fold sitting down. We're just going to flex our feet a bit while taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to stretch our arms wide and tall. And we're going to exhale. We're going to bend forward. We're going to grab for our toes. Take a deep breath here, guys. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And I'm lowering my arms. I'm sinking my elbows to the ground while taking a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And it is totally okay to put a bend in your knees, guys. You guys do not have to keep your legs straight. Just do what is comfortable for you. If you're more comfortable with your legs bended, do that. Or if you're more comfortable with your legs straight, do that. As you guys can see, I put a slight bend in my legs as I went to fold forward. And here I am just in this seated stance, grabbing my feet and leaning forward, just rocking myself back and forth slightly while my feet and legs are slightly bended. And then we're going to move on to the next position, guys. We're actually going to get up and find our way into a wide stance forward fold pose, just so we can pivot our feet, turn to the left, so we can go into this pigeon pose as you guys see me doing here. Sink down into this pigeon pose. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Take another breath in. And it is optional to reach for your back leg. You are going to feel a bit of a deeper stretch doing that. Totally optional. If you want, you can just keep your hands right in front of you, but just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's take another one in. And as we exhale, we are releasing that position and we are going to switch on to the right side. I am fixing my legs, making sure my front leg is in a 90-degree angle and my back leg is straight out. As you guys can see, I am fixing my front leg, making sure it's in a 90-degree angle, and I am taking a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Taking a deep breath in, I'm going to grab for my back leg. Like I said before, this is optional. You don't have to do this. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath, guys, in and out. We are releasing this position. And from this pigeon pose, we are actually going to widen our legs back out. And I'm just going to do a little stretch here before I move on to my next exercise. And for this next exercise, I'm going to take a deep breath in. And I'm going to frame my right leg and lift up and down like I did before in yesterday's yoga video. But this time, as y'all can see, I was able to do a lot more. And it was not that bad. But I actually got a little bit of like a cramp. So that's why y'all see me like shaking it out. I was all like, yeah, I think I did that too much and too fast. So I might have to do some little butterflies real quick. I was like, yep, let's butterfly it out. Crisscross applesauce it out, shake it out. Cause that shit hurt it. Not even gonna lie. But anywho, we're gonna make our way back into this wide leg stance, and this time we're going to frame out my left leg, and like I did with the right, we're going to lift it up and down, up and down. And I was moving kind of fast today, so like I did with the right, I did kind of get a slight cramp because I think I was exercising my muscles too much. So I was like, you know what, I gotta shake that out too. But anywho, we're gonna make our way by putting our hands in the middle of our legs, and we're gonna try to lift up both legs at the same time. Up and down, up and down. I did that for about 3 to 4 rounds before I was all like, yep, the cramp in my legs is real. Let's go back into this seated position. Let's butterfly it out. Let's flap our legs, because every time I get a cramp in my legs or in my glutes in the area, because doing that exercise, I kind of got a cramp in my glute area. Doing butterflies, you won't have no cramp no more after that. So you ever get a cramp in your legs, just do some butterfly, y'all. But anyway, guys, I am just shaking that out. As you guys can see, I'm just shaking my knees, shaking my legs, shaking those cramps out. And we're gonna make our way into a forward fold. And here, guys, I actually got a little bit distracted, so I actually had to stop my yoga routine real quick, because I was gonna go on to my next position, but then I started talking to my niece and doing a little dance. So, you know, don't worry about me. We'll go back into the yoga routine after I do my thing. Alright, guys, let's go back to our regular scheduled program. Deep breath in, hands up. Exhaling to the ground, we are forward folding. Let's take another deep breath in, guys. Take a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in. and out, and I'm slightly squatting here, as you guys can see, kind of in a chair position, and I'm taking a deep breath in and another deep breath out. And I'm actually going to release this bend, and I'm going to walk a little bit forward, kind of change my position a bit. And I'm going to release this, going to take a deep breath in, stretch up tall and high. And I got distracted a little bit, so I had to clip that out. But anyway, we're gonna stretch deep and high. Then we're gonna forward fold again, slightly bend into this malasana, into the squat, as you see me doing here. And I'm taking a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and I'm keeping some movement in this squat. I'm bouncing up and down, as y'all saw, and slowly making my way into this crane pose. And y'all, this is the first day I actually succeeded in doing crane pose. And remember earlier in the video when I was talking about watching a YouTube video and I learned so much from this YouTube video? That's how I learned to do crane pose. I was moving so fast, sweating so much, that I just ended up doing it in that position. So yes guys, I definitely recommend her video. Like I said, link in the description below, because watching her video got me into crane video, like flowing with her yoga routine, doing her yoga routine, got me doing this crane pose, got me succeeding in it. So yes, period to her, like fruition and abundance and prosperity to her. Please watch her stuff, y'all, because as y'all can see, the progress is real. But anywho, we are gonna make our way into malasana, into this low squat pose. As you guys can see here, we're gonna take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I hope you guys can see that I am moving up and down in this squat pose. Like I am going up and then I'm squatting down. I'm taking a deep breath in and out. I'm generating some heat in my legs and my glutes before I fold into this forward fold. And while I'm in this fold, I'm taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out, and I'm walking my hands forward, because I'm actually going to, take a deep breath in and fold forward, and I'm actually going to start, trying to work myself into, Titivasana or firefly pose. And I'm just taking a deep breath in here, guys, and I'm just trying to get myself in a deeper fold. And I guess the thing I struggle with Titivasana is putting my shoulders behind my knees. Like that's what I struggle with. Like as you guys can see, my knees are not like on my shoulders, they're on my elbows. And that's not how it's supposed to be. My knees are supposed to be over my shoulders, and that's why the lift up is not like happening here. Like that's why I'm struggling with balance here, because my position is all wrong. So as you guys can see, I'm just trying to fix that position. Alright guys, so actually I'm going to take another deep breath in. I'm going to raise my hands up high, forward fold down with my exhale, and this time I am trying to get my elbows, well not elbows, but get my shoulders just to go a bit behind the knees. As you guys can see, I'm just like shifting a bit, bending down a bit, just trying to shift it behind there. And I'm getting there. As you guys can see, I'm like trying to like shimmy my way for my behind my knees to hook onto my shoulders, and I'm slightly doing it. I'm a little bit below the shoulders, but practice makes perfect. So I just have to practice a little more and I would get there. But as you guys can see, the position was a lot better than what it was before, just because my legs were a bit higher than they were. So it really does matter getting your legs above these shoulders. Like I gotta work on that. But that is all I have for today, guys, and I will actually be catching you guys later because we are done. That is it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because a lot of progress has been made, even with all the pain. The pain was real, but it's okay. We just shake it out. Just shake it out. Shake out all the pain, y'all. Shake out just shake out everything. That's basically what I'm doing here. Shake out your wrists, shake out your legs, your shoulders, your ankles. Shake out everything. But that is it, guys. I will catch you guys for tomorrow's yoga video, and peace.